what is this concept of object oriented programming, or OOPS? We'll learn this. Now this is a part of the dry or don't repeat yourself concept, in which suppose you are asked to print 100 mark sheet of a batch of students of a college. You are not going to start with 100 blank papers for 100 students. You will use a standard template or a design which will be printed all the details. Only thing what you will be changing is the student name and the mark. So these similarly for a attendance sheet also. Let's see that in this mark sheet only the whatever the in the red color font are going to change, and the principal name also will keep it fixed for a particular batch. So this is a standard format we are using. We call it as a method. Now similarly one more is attendance also. Here also this two variables only or and along with the principal name will change, and this is also another method. Now all these methods we can put together and keep it as a standard inside a standard class or a standard. We'll call it as a student kit, and all the students are the objects who can access this methods and use it for there. We'll try now to code this and see how it works. We'll declare a class now by using the class keyword. Now let's say our student kit is our class. A colon. Now we are inside our class. We'll write the code for it. Let's say principal name. It's a string. It's a variable. So we call it class attribute ABC. Now let's in the comment also we'll write it class attribute. Fine. Now we have used one class attribute. Now let us start one method. So method is like function, so we'll use the it's a function inside a class, so we will use a diff and then give the method name. Let's say attendance. What is self we'll discuss shortly. Now let's write a simple code here. We'll say print is a student. Fine. Now we have already declared one attendance and given one class attribute. Now let's write it here method. Now let's come out and declare one object. How you will declare is Alex is an object of say student kit. Now this is how we declaring a object. Now Alex is an object of student kit class. So because it's an object now, so it can access the all the attributes, methods are declared inside the student class. Let's now do that. We'll say print. Now say Alex dot principal name. Fine. Now again we'll try to use the method. So print not required because already in the line number 5 we have a print there. So we'll say Alex dot attendance. Fine. Now with this let's see the output. You can see it has given us the output. Now what it is doing is at line number 7 we are declaring a object Alex. Then because its object is declared as Alex of student kit class, so it can access the class attribute and as well use the method. So what happened at line number 8, we have printed the principal name of Alex. Now we have say that then the method attendance we have used and printed the value of it. Now you may say that what's the great in it? We could have done it by using a function also. Now the thing here it is that we have used a standard template of attendance or principal name, and we can particularly one object can pass its own data, use the template and produce the output. We will understand that when you go for our different pass the attributes or variables. Now let's understand the data type of it. Suppose I am giving a declaration A is a variable, value is 8. If I'll print what is type will give me a data type of the particular variable whatever I am using. Now let me run this. You can see it will tell integer. Class is the integer class. Similarly, actually in Python all are objects. So when I am writing a is equal to 8, actually I am integer class I am using and declaring a as a object of integer class. Now similarly here also I have declared Alex, so I can say that Alex is also of a of the class belong to. We'll see what class it belongs to. Let's type that. Type Alex. Now let's see what's the output is. You can see it tells us that it is a object of student, data type of student kit, and because we are using the main module, it is inside the main module, so it's a class is student kit. It is in Python, we all, whenever we use a string, we use a string object. When you use a integer, we use a integer object. So in Python all we use the objects of a parent class. Now the class is in the case of an integer or a string, they are defined in the main module of Python, so we are just using it. But here in this case we have seen that user has a user, we defined our own class as student kit, and whatever the objects we use, we can also declare it as a type of that, and object will be a data type of our parent class. We'll understand the initialization now. So we'll copy and paste the same code. Now it is here, there, fine. So now what you will do, we'll write one more method, but it's a special method. What is the special in it? It will be automatically, this method will run whenever an object is created. So that's the basic difference between initialization and running. It's a similar to a method, and we have a very unique name of for it also. Just watch what I am doing, and what we will take it is self. Now I am just taking one more variable or one more attribute here. Now printing. Now what I will do, I will assign the self dot name to its name. Fine, that's all. It's I have initialized. So this is the default name, 2 underscores and init and 2 underscore again. So this is the initialization of the variable. Now what happens when I am declaring with student as a object. Now let us change this name. We will for better understanding, we'll change the name. Student kit we are declaring. So here we have to give the name as Alex. We'll give name as Alex. S1 is our object name. Now rest of the things are followed. Now we have to give a one input student, because we cannot create a student object without a name. That's what the meaning is. Moment we use the name, the first one is the object itself, and second one is the variable. The Alex will be passed to the name. So self is the object itself. So always the self means object itself. You may ask why I should tell it as a self. You can give it as a something else. Say I can call it as a X also. Fine, you can do that. I can write X also here, and in that case I can write X here also. But it is a industry practice to use it as self, and for a better code readability, that your code somebody else can read or you can read other code, use the self. What is the industry norm? But note it that this is not a must, you must use. This is not a reserve word or anything. So this self is we are passing to the initialization, and this is how we will initialize. Now let us come to our attendance again. This time while giving the attendance, we will take one more variable. Here also the self is the object what we are passing to it. Now let's say days. Now days is again another attribute we are taking it from the while the attendance method is used. Now in this case slightly we will change it. Now present is one more attribute we are creating, days plus 8. Let's say okay, let's go for 10 days. 10 days addition. This to understand that what is the difference between the input and the output, we have added 10 days to it. Now let's say we'll print the name. Where I got the name now? In this method I have not used, so here I will get it. Name is equal to self dot name. Where from it has come? Note that it has come from here, this initialization. So I can print the name. Now I want to print the number of days he has present. Print present. Now let me put self present. So where from it has come? It is come from here, line number 8. Fine. So this 2 will come. Now as you know, let's print the principal name also. We already discussed this. What is the way? Let's make this uppercase principal. This is the string principal. Now here we'll say self dot principal name. This is a class attribute. We declared it here at line number 2. That we are bringing it okay, principal name I am declaring it here. Now with all these inputs, now let us go back and run it. What we have done, S1 is a student kit. Let's remove everything from below this. We have already done that. Fine. Now what I will say, what is the attendance of S1? Now S1 dot attendance. Now I have to give a input in days. Now you see what it takes. Self, the first self means this S1 student itself, so object itself. Now I will say, let's say he has come for 15 days. Now this what it will print now. Let us run this code and see. It print name as Alex, present for 25 days and principal is ABC. What it does is, the moment I have created the S1 at line number 13, the Alex as the name is initialized here. This is the initialization. This executes the moment it is created, but attendance, all other methods I have to exclusively call. Here it is by default it runs. So what happens at the line number 13, when it is called, the name is given to the Alex. Now S1 is the attendance, then this method I have used, then self days. Here self is the first S1, then days I have passed, then in that case days is added by 10, then all this class attribute and the instant attribute. This is the instant attribute, self present I am given here. Now let's say what happens if I create another object. Let's say S2. S2 is a student, again student kit. Now let's say Ron. You can give any name you want. Okay, fine, Ron. Now Ron was S2 dot attendance, let's say 50. Fine, let's go and run this. Fine. Now what's from here? This is name is Ron, present for 60 days, principal is Mr. ABC. Now this is how every object can use the template and get the same result by passing its own data. So the self here, whatever we had used itself, is the input, or it's the object itself as the input. Now the parameters we have passed, we have used the same template of from here to there, and multiple, you can create hundreds of objects and use that particular template to produce the data. For simplicity, we have written very simple code here, but in a practical, when you work it, you will have very complex methods to work with, and you can pass on the create the objects, pass on the data and get your output.